So I pressed the plus button instead of the other button I'm supposed to press, and I stopped the recording. But that's fine. I'll probably post this in the same day as well. Oh, I should not have done this. This is a loading screen. Well, I just got to look at some of these carvings on the side. In quite good detail. Looks like it's a dude. He's sitting, and then immediately we're just gonna go back to the loading screen. Let me look at this. Well, that was pretty fast actually. Alright, so this is the palace, right? This is where she has barred the door. The medic person. Can I remove the bars? Nope, apparently not. What about this one? Nope. So who built the palace? Why was there no one in the palace? Old chest. 10 arrows. I do have 69 arrows. It's pretty nice. I got more of the statues. They all look at me. Why do you even move still? Get frozen. Thank you. Peeled statue. How did he even become like this? Kick. Huh. I guess someone removed. She says tank. She hates. They don't like it when they're turned into this, I guess. Is this lady even alive, or did she turn into the peeled statue? I don't think that's Greek. Maybe it is. That does look like the Greek wraiths. Oh yeah, and this one. What are you doing? They all say thank you. Get out here. Boom. What the hell? Get off to the side. And a morpha of arrows. Thank you, I'll take it. I thought she had like a knife or something. No items here. Alarnum. Daily shine. Protection. Don't think it really helped. Coin pouch. Ooh. I guess these guys don't need it anymore. How many people were down here at whatever point? Like there's only like 30 something now, right? It seems to be like there were a lot of people. Okay, well, we're in the palace proper now.
You're not supposed to be here.
Yet I am here. Alright. You trying to kill me? He just said kill me. I guess it's a horrible existence. Ooh. Thank you for the coin pouch. Another coin pouch. They're all running away with their money. Fletched arrows. You want me to go down there? Oh, they were digging a hole in here. Yeah, whispers. Get kicked. A bottle. Fermented fish sauce. Gives off an aroma. Yeah, sure. Get kicked. Get kicked. They're like rotting corpses. So how are they different from the rest of them? So they call them peeled statues. Does that mean someone has peeled off the gold? And that brings them back to life? Could be. Yeah, down here. Yep, so they're standing in the algae. That helps. Sighs with relief. I'll kick you all. I'm sure you guys are truly dead. Alright, that's a good mechanic. More arrows. Get frozen. Whoa. I got the arrows. Oh, you're blocked. Well, out of the way. So, how come these guys don't have the bow? Whoa, his hand is still out there. How come they don't have bows? Right? Like the rest of the people up there have bows. These guys are not like the others, I guess. More arrows. Because the others only come alive when the golden rule is broken. These guys are they're just here. Okay, so one shot doesn't work. Sometimes you need to shoot them twice. Ah, but headshots work apparently. There you go. So kicking them just gets them out of the way basically. I was taking a lot of arrows. Fleshed arrow and 50 denarius. Yeah, see these guys they've done golden, I guess, naturally or in whatever way they're supposed to. Not like the way that the rest of these guys have, which is perhaps unnatural. Yeah, so you can just change weapons and that sets you up. Alright. More arrows. Nothing else really going on here. Stuff up there, but I really can't reach it. Any more of those statues? The peeled ones? Oh yeah, there's one. Alright, bud. It's been ended. How the hell did the lady survive then? Does she also have one of these bows? Fletched arrows. Alright, there you go. And the vase apparently. Oh, I could have lured them into the water. Can I do it again? No, it's already golden. Okay, I guess I just aim with the dot. Well, they're not very smart, are they? I'm gonna kill you. Don't worry about it. So if I hit these pots, they all get attracted to it. They're attracted to the noise. Ah, here they are. Turn into gold. I missed. There you go. This area is safe. So this is the other area we saw beyond, yeah, this gate. Like someone was sitting here or something. The whole thing turned to gold. Oh, coin pouch. Nice. Like how many coins do I have? 1,200. Alright, we're getting close to 2,000. Enough to save them both. Then I can be like, hey, I saved her life, and then I can be like, I also have enough money and I can give it to you. Buy back your freedom. I think we're like done here. Alright, we keep moving. Hello. Trying to barricade this. I guess they were trying to barricade themselves in here. I see. That's why it's all sealed off. 10 arrows. Alright, 95 of them. Key to palace doors. Take it. And Navia's journal volume 2.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow?
It's pretty bad.
Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
So she made the peeled statues, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. Surgical tools. Nevaeh must have used these brutal surgical tools to peel the statues. It looks like this custom-made rack has been used to hold down golden statues and peel the golden layer from them. Gruesome. Yeah. Filthy racks spattered with blood and gold flecks from grotesque surgical procedure. Yep, another rack. She bought the statues here, like you can see, and removed the peels. I guess they come alive, but they don't really like it, I guess. open the doors. Reach the upper floor of the palace. Coin pouch. I'll take that. A shot in the hand. There you go. How many of these peeled statues did you make? Because I know you made them now. It appears that I can freeze the curtains, huh? I guess kicking them doesn't really do anything. Hey! Get out of here. Nobody asked for your opinion. Can't believe you actually smacked me. And once you get one, the rest are you just gotta line them up and just freeze them in a line. Well, there is a chest in there, so it wasn't all for naught. Oh, that's not a chest. Okay, well, it is useless to fight these guys. Whatever. Oh my. Oh well, I guess I'll go around and get here eventually. Got a household shrine. Probably, yep, more arrows. Ask them to give me all these arrows. Alright, back up we go. You think we could like go through? But like this does not look traversable. Yeah, okay. Go around. Alright. Oh, it doesn't go any further. At least they highlight it for me. Thank you for pointing the way, good sir. Turn this entire thing to gold as well. Don't know why exactly we're doing this. I guess we can climb, yeah, across the vines. Extremely dangerous, but I guess it worked. Instead of trapping them, I could just shoot it in the head. Then, if more come through. Oh my god! Alright. Alright, you should be done. Next shot. There you go. Out of the way. At least they don't do that much damage. You know? That's something at least. Huh. I guess I could have called them all in here and trapped them. Or something. Get frozen. This might be an actual golden statue. Young Roman woman with her arms raised as if suddenly terrified by something unknown. And we have a statue of this guy. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe that is an actual woman. With no shirt on. Alright, that's fine. Arrows. A bottle. Fermented fish. Alright. Must be extremely old though. Probably shouldn't eat that. Well, I think I passed that place that I saw. Lots of fermented fish. Okay, someone really likes fermented fish. Or I guess they have water here, so they get fish. But not much else. So I guess it makes sense that they would ferment it all. Alright. Get out of here. Can't believe it. So rude. Like, honestly. Who dropped this brazier? The VR's Journal, Volume 3.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh.
It's pretty bad.
Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, my beloved Galatea.
No.
My attempts at freeing
One day we will be together if I have to free every last statue in this god-forsaken place.
A Greek woman who I called Iodame.
Yeah, stop that. We got it. Alright, so golden statue. Pose as if beckoning others to safety. Because they were all chilling out here, then they got shot. So they don't come alive unless ordered, unless you peel off the layer of gold, in which case they do come alive. They do not enjoy it. Get out of here. So headshots are most effective. Thank you. Old chest with more arrows. Thank you, thank you. I need those. Also, if any of you have any coin pouches, golden statue. A Roman military commander clutching a scroll as if issuing a decree. Whatever it was, sadly, it was in vain. It does seem to have some good armor, though. At last, I am free. They do seem to have some of their humanity still in them. They've just been maddened by pain of the process, maybe. Because apparently, you know, they go at last and all that. Just aim for center mass. I have enough arrows. I have 100 still. When you're done, just kick him aside. Get shot in the head. Oh wow. This is fully dead. Peeled golden statue. It appears to be dead. Evidently the dead didn't break the golden rule. Right, so she's apple. Apple looks fresh. Someone has been through here recently. So it's a bunch of women and men and she's been peeling them. Trying to find a way to save them. It's pretty horrible, but it's an experiment. Okay. She went a little. She did go a little crazy, I guess. Looking at the number of people she was peeling. Half peeled statue. But they talked to her as well, right? Hello? Me? You can talk? You? Who are you? Behind you. Oh, hello. You do look a little crazy. You must be Navaria.
You must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And worst of all, look at what you made me do to her.
Oh,
this
great.
never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that.
If you attack me, we'll both end up encased in gold.
And do you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve.
This has something to do with me.
Liar! I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my experiments in peace, for her. And now look at her. You made me turn the most beautiful woman I've ever seen into this. Look at her. She's in agony.
It's because of you tried to cut up her in the gold.
To spend my last moments with her, to see her beautiful face, to hear her speak freely, instead of in those cryptic whispers. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me. And now I discover she started whispering to you instead.
Great.
What's so special about you?
It's not just this that's whispering to me, a lot of them do. Yeah, it's always the same
What do you
voice.
mean the same voice?
It's like someone else is whispering to me through the statues. Yeah, see,
Yes.
appeal to logic.
I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound similar. I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper.
Not really.
But now that I think about it, they were all benevolent and seemed to share a common knowledge. But if these bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was...
See?
Wait, I see what you're doing.
What?
You're trying to steal her away from me.
No.
Were you planning to wait until I'd done all the hard work, then swoop in? Is that it?
No. I swear.
Liar! You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you made me do. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't peel you too.
Golden rule. I ended up here by accident. All I want to do is leave.
What? What are you talking about?
I got trapped in tunnels under the city and came up inside the palace. Yeah.
So you're saying you weren't coming for us?
No. I never had any intention of hurting you.
So I did all this. I ruined her. For nothing. What have I done?
See, we're calming her down.
I feel sick. I can't bear the thought of her being like this. And in so much pain.
I can freeze her.
Air coming into contact with her flesh. It's agonizing for them. But the only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. At least that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together. All it would take is one little cut.
Wait, I can undo all this if you tell me the treatment for rheumatism?
It's too late. There's nothing you can do. I have to do this. I'm sorry.
I can cover her in gold again.
What? How?
I have a golden bow. Weapon that encased in gold, yeah.
Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll tell you what you need to know.
About
But if
rheumatism?
you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood?
Understood. Alright, stand back. Can I talk to you? No? There you go. She's been frozen. Yep.
You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it.
That's good.
I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain.
Rheumatism?
The treatment for rheumatism is willow bark.
Nice.
I believe there's a pot of it already in the shrine of Apollo.
That's
Now,
good.
Please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
Goodbye, Navaria.
Go. And never return.
Sure. What if I talk to you first, though, before I leave? Let's not talk, man. Lady? She won't talk to me. Alright. Whatever. I gotta look around first. I guess she won't talk to me. Alright, fine. I'll just leave the palace then. Well, that's good though. Okay, so the peeled statues, the monsters walking around, is because of her. If you remove the gold layer on top, they turn into these monsters because of the pain. But you can't turn them back with an arrow. But the minds are still in there though. Or some semblance of their mind, because they felt relief when I killed them. Right? They all kept saying, kill me, please end it. Even though they couldn't control their body. Because they could still control their brain, mouth. Boom. Survive the palace. Guess if I drew the golden bow, she probably would have just killed me, huh? There you go. All these are gold. Now I can just walk on these and... Ow. That's fine though. Alright, put the weapon away. Take the arrows. I'm locking myself not to follow. Nothing will come up in the area. I have the key though, don't I? Oh, it's probably for the upper floor. Not down here. So now we know a lot more about the statues. We also know the treatment for rheumatism, so I think I'll start with that. Also, I should be able to cross into whatever place I need to now. Anywhere that has this sprinkling urine bowl. Actually, I would probably stink like a lot. Probably. Equita. I know you, right?
I take it you've cleared the way to the baths?
I have.
Follow me, but don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Alright. Alright, I'm following a little further away. The assassin is dead. I buried him under the rocks. So to the baths we go. I haven't even been in here, I think. Oh, okay, it's a loading screen. That's why they made me stop here. That's fine. We'll do a little bit more. Oh, alright, here we go. Whoa, fancy. Although with so many golden statues around, I wouldn't feel nice bathing. You know? You got some guys actually like running and like, how come these guys didn't realize they're actual people? Right? They look so realistic. Mosaic. Ancient Roman mosaic depicting a godlike figure turning a man into gold. Well, I guess they knew about the whole turn people into gold thing. Or they assumed it with all the statues here. Squat the place. Oh, I fell in here. Right. This is where I started the journey. This person was jumping into the water maybe to escape a golden arrow. Okay, doesn't seem to be anything else here. Right, well, there's a golden statue here. Alright, let's talk to her before the time runs out and they decide to kill everyone. I don't know what. I guess it might not happen because the assassin is dead, right? I don't know if the assassin. I guess there's multiple things that will cause it. Equita, hello.
Alright, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood.
Yes.
Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
Charon. Okay, great.
As in
Charon.
Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who in exchange for the right coin helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
It was banned all the dead
river,
here.
I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change.
Bloodless shadow.
Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
Archaeologists inside? This place is the underworld?
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river.
They're all dead.
It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches.
Okay.
I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
Also, I can talk to the guy who's down there because I know which god it is now. So we did.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
Well, can tell me about Charon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman or even Greek, you would know these stories.
I mean, I
Each
do
of
know
is
them, but
slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
alright. Why didn't you all recognize Charon immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood,
Yes.
and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti. And Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
Meet Charon to go away. So why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river.
Yeah.
But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins?
That is true.
In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession.
Maybe it's like a bad rule.
Maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. And that might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
And we're trying to keep this from me.
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
Alright, that's all the questions I had.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape.
Yep.
And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Can't we just escape the way we came in?
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
I noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is
All
that?
Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Okay, tell me more about confronting Pluto head on.
Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest.
I think I know where he
but
is. He's
also
just down
the
there.
only way to learn the truth about the golden rule, and maybe even put an end to it.
Isn't he just down there?
As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
That is true. Hercules could manipulate time and turn organic matter into gold.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole.
We need a tablet,
I
right?
suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base.
The 4 people who did it?
It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
Okay. What can you tell me about the obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style. Roman, Greek, Egyptian,
Catholic,
and
right?
another I don't recognize.
Probably Catholic.
That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques. Roman, Greek,
I think I know what the
Egyptian,
Greek one is,
and a
probably.
4th,
Underground. So
mystery
it's not Pluto. It's just a Greek man. Where would I find the Roman plaque?
Good question. To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated
Malorus.
it wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god, theirs.
The Christians.
They've been known to start fires, as well as deface religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them won't be easy.
Well, I found a bunch
But
already.
I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine.
Oh yeah, I know where that
somewhere
is.
in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
Maybe. And what about the Greek?
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
Okay. What about the Egyptian?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her, or just take a look in his room.
Okay. And the mystery one.
I'm afraid you're on your own with that one. But
What?
perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate the way.
Maybe. Let's talk about something else. Tell me more about escaping with the help of Proserpina or a guide.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale.
Gets taken.
It's said
Yeah.
the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
That's horrible.
It is. The gods are a mirror image of mankind, as far as cruelty is concerned, I'm afraid. If the stories are true, I imagine she's as desperate to escape as we are. If she really did help Orpheus and Sisyphus, perhaps she'll help us too. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
The statues? Yeah, I hear the female statues whispering to me every now and then.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's all the same voice and she's helpful, if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself.
Maybe.
If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
I mean, not yet. Perhaps she said wait against the current, whatever that means.
That is strange. There are no rivers here. Let me think on that.
Probably in the thing. Perhaps I need to get into the upper cistern.
Right, because the current flows into the city through the aqueduct and into the upper cistern. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate, but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
Senatus. Alright, I'm ready to get started.
Right. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Talk to Livia about being in the underworld, alright. I'll have a chat with Livia first.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Maybe not. Alright, Equita. Huh. Alright, well. That's a lot of exposition, a lot of backstory. Did you say anything else?
Okay, again. Did you find what you need?
Yeah.
Certainly.
Can I ask? Nope.
May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Alright. Well, I'm out of here. There's a stone plaque here. The many has of the one. Yep. Alright. And out of here we go. So the bots don't really have much else going on. You know what, before I go, I'll just tell her about the cure for rheumatism at least. Because I have the intel on that, might as well give it to her.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Hello.
Feeling alright?
You know what? I'll do it next time. Save the game, and I'll see you all in the next one.